Today our group pick a case study which have happened air traffic controller error in the collision of Saudi Arabia Airlines flight 736 and Kazakhstan Airlines flight 197. So the incident overview is happened on November 12, 1996 amid a collision occurred between Saudi Arabia Airlines flight 763 and Kazakhstan Airlines flight 1907. Near the Indian city of Turkey, the collision had resulted the death of all 349 people on board aircraft, making it one of the deadline air traffic control related incident in history. So Saudi Arabia Airlines flight 763 and Boeing 747 and from Delhi, India to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia with 312 passengers and 14 crew members on board. Kazakhstan Airlines flight 1907 and illusion to 76 cargo aircraft flying from Shymkent, Kazakhstan to Delhi, India with 7 crew members on board. Air traffic controllers, 2 air traffic controllers at the Delhi Area Control Center ACC in India responsible for managing the airspace where the collision occurred.
Timelines of events for Saudi Arabian tragedy. First is flight routine and clearance. Both aircraft were flying at the same altitude of 14,000 feet in Indian airspace and were under the control to the Delhi ACC. Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763 was descending towards its destination in Riyadh, while Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907 was en route to Delhi. Second, incorrect instruction. The collision occurred when both aircraft were cleared to fly at the same altitude and on intersecting flight paths without the necessary separations. Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907 had been instructed to maintain an altitude of 14,000 feet, while Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763 had been cleared to descend to the same altitude. And lastly, loss of separation. The air traffic controller at the Delhi ACC failed to notice the conflict between the two aircraft, despite the fact that the automated radar system could have alerted them to the potential collision. A lack of coordination between air traffic controllers and a failure to follow standard procedures for vertical separation led to the aircraft being on a direct collision course.
Failure to communicate. Both aircrafts were on the same frequency at one point, and a miscommunication between the flight crews and the controller occurred. The Saudi Arabian Airlines crew did not initially realize they were descending towards the Kazakhstan Airlines plane. Both aircraft were unaware of each other's position until it was too late. The crew of the Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763 first noticed the Kazakhstan Airlines plane in their vicinity just seconds before impact, but they could not avoid the collision. At around 6:30 UTC, the two planes collided at 14,000 feet over Jakarta Dati, about 80 kilometers west of New Delhi. Both aircraft exploded on impact, killing all 349 people on board.
Contributing factors. Human error. The primary cause of the accident was the failure of air traffic controllers to maintain proper separation between the two aircraft. The controllers did not identify the conflicting flight paths and did not provide timely instruction to correct the issue. Communication failures. The air traffic controller failure to communicate effectively with the flight crews and the misunderstanding of altitude instructions were significant contributors to the accidents. Technology limitation. The radar system and automated warning system could have provided alerts about the conflict, but the controller failed to act on the information available. Fatigue and overload. The air traffic controller were handling multiple aircraft at once, which may have led to fatigue and decrease in their ability to process the necessary information quickly and effectively.
Aftermath and consequences. So, investigation and findings that investigation by the Government of India and the International Civil Aviation (ICAO) conclude a human error, particularly by the air traffic, and air traffic controllers was direct cause of the collision. The controllers were had separation between the aircraft and not acting available data. And changes in air traffic control procedure in response to the accident. Reforms were implemented to improve training for the air traffic controllers, emphasizing the importance of the cross-checking flight paths, better coordination among systems, and were upgraded to better track and warn of potential conflict in real time. Thank you.
The terroristic of large collision is another tragic example of of air traffic control area component by poor communication, failure to follow procedure and lack technology accidents. The incident reflects the career needed for critically traffic control as well as continue important automatic system to assist control in implementation accident.